So Ben Askren has made some very bold claims about what he would do to Khabib Nurmagomedov, not only in a wrestling match, but a mixed martial arts fight.
What?
And in this video, we're going to be digging deep into Khabib and Ben Askren's wrestling credentials, mixed martial arts credentials, and how these two would compare against each other if they ever stepped on the mat together or in the cage together. But first,
you subscribe to DarkhorseMMA and give this video a thumbs up. Boom.
So Ben Askren, two-time NCAA champion for Missouri, undefeated over his last 2 years, 153-7 record is pretty crazy. And then just to look at Khabib, Russian championship finalist, Eurasia championship, hand-to-hand champion to Russia, two-time combat sambo world champion, M1, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty crazy. So in a one-on-one wrestling match, it would definitely be a lot closer, a lot more competitive because it's just straight wrestling. But when it comes to mixed martial arts, guys, just to quickly look at Ben Askren's mixed martial arts record, the biggest things are he has the most title defenses for Bellator welterweight with 4, undefeated 9-0, and then 1 championship. Of course, he won the welterweight championship and then defending it 3 times. He was undefeated with 7-0. And then when it came to the UFC, it didn't really work out. He got that kind of iffy win over Robbie Lawler, but Robbie Lawler, look what happened in the opening seconds of that fight.
Robbie Lawler on the single, Lynch from top stone.
And then we all know Khabib's MMA record, 29-0, the most dominant fighter to ever walk this planet. That's not up for debate. And he's probably the best fighter to ever walk this earth. So obviously Khabib was a lightweight champ. He defended it 3 times. He was the longest reigning lightweight champion, has the most consecutive wins in the lightweight division's history. When talking about the UFC's lightweight division compared to the UFC's welterweight division, the UFC lightweight division, at the time Khabib was champion and was making his reign, just basically during Khabib's UFC career, was the most stacked division I've ever seen in my life, and Khabib smashed everyone in that division, so it's important to note that. And of course, Khabib retired as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So then also just looking at the size difference, Ben Askren said he had a small size advantage against Khabib, and he wasn't lying when he said small. There should be an emphasis on the word small because Ben Askren, he's 5'11" and he has a 73-inch reach, and Khabib is 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. Basically, there's no size advantage. He's only 1 inch taller and has a 3-inch reach advantage, which is basically nothing when you're fighting Khabib Nurmagomedov. And then of course, when it comes to the weight, it doesn't mean anything because Khabib actually killed himself to make 155. You guys would always see him struggle to make the weight. You could see it on his face. You see his cheekbones. It just looked very unhealthy. And can you imagine if Khabib fought Ben Askren at 170? A healthy Khabib, a well-fed Khabib? Are you kidding me? Imagine that. Imagine the energy. Imagine how much better he would be at 170 when he's healthy and he has all that energy. That's terrifying. And that's why I wish if there's one fight I could make, it would be Khabib versus Kamaru Usman while the two were in their primes. But then while looking at Ben Askren, if he just got on a proper diet and a good training regimen, he could make 155 probably when he was younger. But this guy, he's blocky, he has some body fat on him, he's not out of shape, crazy out of shape or anything like that. We're not talking about the Jake Paul fight by any means. But Ben Askren, he could lose weight while fighting at 170.
Oh, I gotta flex. It's hard to flex when you ain't got muscles.
And Khabib, it'd be impossible for him to lose any more weight. This guy's lats, he could probably fly if he jumped off the top of his mountain. And then just when it comes to just their mindset, we always gotta talk about the mindset because the mind is the most powerful thing in just anything when it comes to life. And Khabib's mindset, no one can compare. No one can compare. This guy is the strongest mindset I've ever seen in my life. With his upbringing, he's fighting bears, we all know that. The culture he was raised in on top of those mountains and just being born and bred on those wrestling mats, it just can't compare. And he's swimming upstream on freezing cold water to train, which is just ridiculous. This guy can literally go for days, cardio for days. People don't talk about Khabib's cardio enough in my opinion. And then we got Ben Askren. Ben Askren, obviously he's a competitor, a hell of a wrestler. He has a lot of heart, but that just doesn't do anything when you're fighting Khabib. And when it comes to just like a mixed martial arts fight, striking advantage, Khabib all day. Khabib way more powerful, way faster, way more diverse when it comes to his striking. Ben Askren, when it comes to his striking, he kind of just throws a couple punches and just tries to clinch. He got pieced up against Damian Maia, and Damian Maia is no elite striker by any means. And then also you're looking at fighters that get taken down by Ben Askren. The percentage of fighters that get back to their feet when taken down against Ben Askren compared to Khabib, you can't even compare it because it's far more likely for a fighter to get back to their feet when they're being held by Ben Askren compared to Khabib. The only time a fighter is getting back to their feet when they get taken down by Khabib is when they're walking back to their corner when the round is over, when they're facing he's just done getting smashed for 5 minutes. When it comes to the power and the explosiveness and the speed, he's just better in all areas. And when it comes to a mixed martial arts fight, and I severely think that this fight wouldn't even be close. I think Khabib would smash him. If Ben Askren was 6'5", 260, then I'd be interested in this fight. But the fact that he's 5'11", 73-inch reach, and blocky with body fat, I'm not interested in this. I understand Ben Askren wanting to fight against Khabib and thinking he would beat him. That's just the competitor in him. I don't blame him for saying that. I'm not giving him a hard time about that whatsoever. But you guys need to check this playlist for more Khabib videos, more Dagestani videos that I know you guys will love. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more mixed martial arts content.